I move along a bit higher, I'll be up and away, 'cause they gon' judge me anyway, so whatever. I'll be up and away, 'cause in the end they'll judge me anyway.
I'm here today to talk about the relationship between bears, trees, and salmon. You see, for years researchers have been finding out that trees and salmon are extremely dependent on each other. As it turns out, just one adult salmon can contain up to 130 grams of nitrogen, 20 grams of protein and fat, and more than 20,000 kilojoules of energy. And millions of salmon come up the river each year to spawn and then die. The predators of the salmon catch and then distribute the nutrients to the forests. The bankside trees get even more of the nutrients. In fact, salmon give streamside vegetation 25% of its nitrogen and up to 75% of the riparian zone nitrogen. The riparian zone foliage nitrogen. We'll be right back after the break.
Bye. Woohoo!
Cheer up and dry your damp eyes and tell me when it rains. And I'll blend up that rainbow above you and shoot it through your veins. 'Cause your heart has a lack of
It's so good for the trees that it causes trees and salmon zones to grow over 3 times as fast as normal trees. It has also been discovered that the nitrogen rings in trees can be used to measure how abundant the salmon were that year. Scientists believe that because the trees get such a large percentage of their nitrogen from salmon, that when there are abundant salmon runs, the tree nitrogen rings will be much larger. This helps scientists to figure out how much we are impacting the natural salmon migration patterns by comparing the nitrogen rings to recorded salmon runs. That way they know what number of salmon makes the rings the certain largeness. We'll be right back after the break.
We're meeting every Wednesday at 3 o'clock in the sunroom.
Also, it has been found out that trees give back to the salmon that feed them. The shade of the trees keeps eggs in the shade that they need to survive. Then, once the salmon eggs have hatched, they can feed on the microorganisms that live on the tree leaves. And the leaves will also feed next year's salmon babies. The tree roots give the young fish a place of shelter from the river's strong currents. Also, fallen trees help direct stream flow and offer a place for sediments to build up, which attracts aquatic insects that are the main prey for young salmon. These fallen tree gems are very beneficial for both young and old salmon during their migration. The government has had programs to restore tree gems in areas where the salmon are suffering.
I regarded the world as such a sad sight until I viewed it in black and white. Then I reviewed every frame